Welcome, everyone, to the day after, where we recap a little bit of a not so controversial, but for some reason people are making it more controversial than it needs to be. But here we're here to recap the day after Empoli, where unfortunately it was do you want to say unfortunately or fortunately, but a couple of a big bozo play makes it into an unfortunate event. But yeah, we're here to recap that and to join me as my co-host Dave.
How's it going? Yeah, a little more somber of a Sunday today.
Yes.
The intermatch. There's that. We'll talk about that. There's a couple things to go over. In terms of news, we might as well just get it out of the way. If you didn't catch the call-in show, it's too bad. You should have, honestly, because
Yeah.
it's good time. But if you didn't, we went over the fact that Moise Keane has, in fact, gone to Madrid at Letty, that is, for 500,000 euros, 6-month dry loan, no options. He's taken a vacation. He's gone. So we discussed this on the Colin Show a little bit. At the end of the day, he was fifth choice. He moved to be third choice. I don't know. And I don't think it really matters. In the grand scheme of things, he moves on, maybe gets a few more minutes, maybe finds a different groove. We'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, he is gone until June. It seemed to have been the player's wish. We get a little bit of extra change in our pockets. Not a whole lot. But good luck for Moise Keane. See you in the summer.
And I mean the best and it can only get better for him, right? If he's scoring consistently and he's able to get in some numbers, it's good for him. Get some minutes. If he has a good Euro, who knows, right? He can come back, play, or even have some resale value, which helps us at the end of the day anyway. So regardless, it's a win-win. My only concern with him out of the door now and Mr. Miller getting himself suspended, we're a little bit thin. We're honestly a little bit thin at that point of the game, or at that point of the corpse. So I don't know. I mean, you have DeGracca and some other guys from the next gen. Who knows? Maybe one of them breaks out.
I think we're deep enough. Doosan can get another Paul Beja. Who knows, right? Chiesa is always iffy. It could get a bit light, but for the time being, I think it's okay. Yes, I mean, Milik gets the red card. He won't be available for Inter. It's not that big a deal. You hopefully have Chiesa, Yildiz, and Vlahovic. That should do the job. But no, I get what you're saying. In these more extreme circumstances, we can find ourselves a little bit short. But I mean, what do you do? The player wanted to leave. It seemed like. I mean, I can't say that for sure, but it looked like he wanted to wrap on over in Madrid.
Yeah, he wanted to get minutes. I mean, I think that's kind of what it was. Yep. With Kenan Yildiz essentially busting onto the scene and Keane still recovering from his injury, I think Keane just kind of knew at that moment where it was like, hey, look, my days are numbered. I need to get somewhere so I can play more and just move on.
Maybe he knows Spain is soft, so it's a good place for his recovery.
It is, and I also think Spain is not an aggressive league, so I think physically he should do well there, honestly. Yeah. We want to call a spade here. I think there's nothing wrong. He's going to play with a coach that has a similar terror ball philosophy. It is what it is, right? Bygones be bygones. Moise Keane's gone. We move on, right?
Yep. All right, so that's Moise. Let's bang this Empoli match out of the water because... Man, we're doing it because we have to, not because we want to. But Milik, you're just gonna get Milik. Yeah, just trash on Milik. Let's get it out.
I mean, there's not. I think we're good, right? I mean, I'm good.
We've trashed him enough. We're over it.
Yes, okay. It is what it is, right? I just what really kind of gets me going right now is all the overthinking that Juventini are making after this match. Mm-hmm. All of the overthinking, right? And to add on with the result with Fiorentina and how that match went. And it's just, like, for example, I was seeing people analyze Allegri's post-match comments, analyzing what he said about Yildiz, this and that. Guys, all he said was, hey, I think Yildiz needed a mental break. I sat him for a little bit just to give him a little bit of rest. You guys, people are sitting here bashing Allegri for starting Milik. Nobody in their right mind was going to anticipate what he did. Like, if you anticipated Milik getting a red card in the 18th minute, I need you to pick out lottery numbers for me. Relax.
It was that game. It was like last year we had Salernitana. This year we had Empoli.
I said it. It's a trap. These teams, these relegation zone teams, are trap games. They are.
Unfortunately, Inter haven't found their trap yet. They couldn't even shoot themselves in their own dick there against Fiorentina.
Here's the difference. Like, here's the difference from Inter now than how they were at the beginning of the season. Right now, they're surviving. They're surviving. They're not imposing their will. Because here's one of the things that people don't realize about Fiorentina. Fiorentina have only been able to get 1 goal a game. That's how bad their offense is.
Yeah. They are stinking.
If you want a capitulation of Fiorentina's offense, watch that penalty that they took today.
Oh man, it was
holy
so
hell,
bad.
that was terrible.
So bad.
And I'm seeing all these. And I'm seeing all these Juventini sit here and cry on Twitter saying, "Oh my gosh, it's fixed for them. Oh my gosh, it's over. The Scudetto's over." Dude, what happened to Stila Juve? What happened to Fino alla Fine? Why, guys? This isn't even. We just passed the halfway point, guys. If anything, I'm excited that Juve have an opportunity to deny Inter their second Stella. Do you guys not realize that? This is the first time in 2 years I don't have to sit there and say, shit, I hope Napoli get it, or shit, I hope Milan do something, or shit, I hope Lazio do something. We can impactively deny them their second star this year.
If I get a second Stella, I start getting sloppy.
Oh, you bastard. I see what you did there. Oh, crafty. But guys, where's this defeatist victim mentality coming from? Like, do you see Dave and myself losing our shit? Besides on Milik, that's a different point. But like, Dave, are you sitting here thinking, oh my God, the Scudetto's over?
Oh, no. I mean, Milan's still thinking that they have a chance at this. So why don't we? Milan's even further back.
It's like, guys, relax.
Let's focus on next weekend. Honestly, we win next weekend, everything changes.
Listen to Uncle Dash here, everyone. Take your scope, narrow it by a shit ton. Stop worrying about things that are outside. Focus in, and I'm sure this is what Allegri tells the players. Focus on your next match. Okay, Inter's your next match. Lock on to that. Then the match after that. Who cares about what Orisato did? Who cares about what Davide Massa did besides choke on a dick, is what Dave would like to say. Who cares about what other... Who cares? You want to sit here and say that, oh man, it's fixed for Inter? In my opinion, I'm sorry, but that's not the Juve way. The Juve way is F them. I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to fight till the end.
See, I would go the other way. I would say broaden your scope and go outside. Get off Twitter. Get off Twitter altogether. Get some fresh air and see some trees. That's Dave, what you all need.
Dave, I don't know if this is social media or people. They're getting to the point where they're sitting there and over-analyzing Allegri's comments about, oh, Yildiz needed a mental break.
They doom scroll. So
why?
The worst thing you can do after a game is go on social media. Positive or negative, the worst thing you can do, because that's when all the trash just explodes. This is, again, why, yes, we have our quick reactions, and, you know, there's the platform for that, and match day is match day. But this is why we do have the day after, so we can come back calmly. So that's almost what I would suggest. Okay, maybe don't wait a whole day to go check the social media, but give it a couple hours. Get some fresh air. Eat some lunch. Walk the dogs. Do whatever. And then in the evening, all right, let's see what kind of bullshit's kind of floated to the surface here.
Yeah, it's like, for example, what did Dave and myself do yesterday after the match? Dave walked his dogs. I went and did my own thing. And then what? We did the call-in show. And guess what we did after that? Did we look at Twitter? No! We all got together and we watched the Royal Rumble, which that was actually fun. So shout out to Frankie, German Dave.
4 hours.
Yeah, we sat there and watched wrestling for 4 hours.
I hadn't watched wrestling like 25 years.
Yeah, I can't believe Dave stayed awake the whole time. He essentially channeled his inner Vlad and was dropping absolute dime one-liners, but
That's how I keep going.
we just do that. Like, just do that, guys. Go outside, take some fresh air, relax, man. I understand, like, being a fanatic, being into the weeds and everything. Dave and I are into it all the time, but at the same time, Dave and I know, okay, we need to take a step back.
Well, that's just a balance in life, right? You can read some Sun Tzu or whatever, some Art of War. It's all talking about, like, you got to be able to take yourself out of the situation, but just like escape, because then you never see anything from a different perspective. You never clear your head, and then you can never truly appreciate the situation at hand if you're always so hyper focused on, because you're never removed from it, right? It's no different than, okay, I don't know, for dog people, I don't know if there's another analogy here, but everyone with pets, their houses stink. Everyone has a stink to their house, whether you have pets or not, doesn't matter. You go on a business trip or vacation for a couple of weeks, you come back and you're like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
You become nose blind, right? So that's why you have to remove yourself from that situation. And it could just be for a couple hours, a few moments, whatever. But just pull out. Oh man, that could be clipped too. Pull out once in a while is today's advice.
No, just leave it in there. Leave it in there. Leave it in there, and then swirl it a bit. Yeah, just take it in there. Just twist it a bit, and just whisk it, and then you get yourself the absolute just final piece there. It's awesome. You know, shit. Like I wish I could do an art truth, because holy hell, that guy was making us laugh last night. Like, you remember where he jumps into the women's Royal Rumble?
Oh, that guy, yeah.
The one guy it was hilarious. Like, I think we all lost it. The guy hops in there. He's like, where the dudes at? It's the women's Rumble.
Where's the dudes?
Them they are women?
It's like, where's the dudes? He shows
like,
up.
Where's the dudes at? And then there's a clip that
dumb.
has him come off after, and it's like a backstage thing. I sent it to Frankie and Dave and Sal in the Discord, and R-Truth is coming back in, and the general manager that pulls him out, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, you told me last night to go into this one. Why? But also, by the way, what happened to your hair? Mind you, the guy is bald, right? The guy that he's talking to, and the guy that tricked him has hair. And then Adam's like, that was Nick Mysterio. I need a drink. And he's like, it's too early for that. Like, it just banter. Oh, gosh,
so that was what 4 hours was last night. Was a bunch of jokes I didn't understand.
Yeah, but you dropped some gems in the process.
I made it work because I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, but it was funny because like something would happen, and then we're just like for example, Sal or Dave or German Dave or Frankie and I were talking about it or discussing it, and Dave just comes in and just one-liner. Yeah, that meat is raw. And we're like, okay, all right, you got it.
Well, my jokes were better than that.
It was better than that.
But let's we went from a self-help podcast to a WWE podcast. I think we might need to bring her back into that Juve now. I know you're trying to avoid Dash, but you got to face the truth.
I know, I have to. But still, though, that kind of brings up the idea that we're saying, right? Take a minute, step outside, relax, watch some wrestling,
and then reel it back in.
Reel it back in, then. Because that's what I want to do, right? Because I'm getting very disappointed in Juventini saying it's rigged for Inter because of what happened against Fiorentina. And it's like, dude, guys, it's not.
Just play your own game. Like I said, you got to beat the refs. We're going through this every week. We're going to beat the refs. It's just next week. Just next Sunday, prime time. It's the Derby d'Italia. It's the biggest game of the season.
It is.
That's something that let's just move on. It's the biggest game of the season.
Let's focus in on that.
We should have Rabiot. We should have Chiesa.
All of your mainstays are back. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of pressure on Juve because if they lose, they do fall pretty behind. It's
yes, but they're also at their goals of top 4 still, and Inter need to win.
Inter need to win the Scudetto. That is an objective for them. You can't dodge and say, it's a top four finish. With us, you have that leeway. And the reason why Allegri is playing it smart, he is not changing the goalposts because he is not, he's an experienced dude. He's not an idiot like some pundits are that, we need to change the goalposts because blah, 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 blah. No, you don't change them. It is essentially, this is what we need. We need that Champions League money. This is what we're going for. Anything else is house money. Right now, being able to compete with Inter to stop their second Stella is house money. And if I hear someone tell me, because Juve's not playing in Europe, dude, it's 6 matches. 6 matches. It is not that big of a difference right now. And if they get knocked out by Atletico, 8 matches total. Is it really the end of the world, 8 matches? And the difference is you would have 100 million and we'd actually have a bench. And also, mind you, we lost Pogba and Fajoli too. So, yeah, it's just Italy, but you also lost 2 of your main midfielders.
It's fine. Who cares? Don't make excuses. Just play it one game at a time.
Play your game.
We could look again. We're losing our mind over what could have beens, what have nots, and this and that and whatever.
Exactly.
Let's just play it one game at a time.
Back simple. One game at a time. Focus on what's in front of you, and remember stila Juve, and fino alla fine. That is what you need to remember. And that is the end of my little pep talk here.
Yeah. There's probably a couple more points we need to break down within the game itself anyways.
Touché.
Moretti. 3 weeks in a row now.
He needs to go to an Empoli. He needs to go to a Salernitana. He needs to go somewhere where it's a mental block for him. And he's also not physically fit because, for example, like I said, going back to the bench, right? We don't have capable subs if your mainstays are gone. God forbid McKennie gets injured. God forbid Cambiaso gets injured, or even Locatelli or Rabiot.
McKennie almost got injured.
He almost got injured.
I don't know how he's not injured.
You don't have anything outside of those 4. You really don't. You cannot sell me on a pipe dream that Hans Nicolucci or Moretti or even Hassa, as much as I love Hassa, but he probably won't, or Noge. None of those guys are ready to step in for that role. Whereas, you look at Inter, their main staples are what? Barella, Ciao, and Mkhitaryan. Those are their front 3 as far as the midfielders.
Oh, midfielders,
No,
yeah.
I meant midfielders. Yeah. I meant their midfielders. Okay, so then you look at their substitutes. Davide Fratese, established starter at Sassuolo. Yeah. Asllani, you can say what you want about Asllani, but he was starting and playing very well for Empoli. And then, I'm forgetting the other one. There's another one. There's a substitute for Mkhitaryan. Mm-hmm. But you get the idea, right? They have capable substitutes that can start on other teams. Could you say that Moretti or Hans Nicolucci is starting consistently at the majority of Serie A teams?
You would at a Monza?
Maybe, right? Possibly, but it's not a guarantee.
Well, Rovella started for Monza last year, right? I think Moretti, that's probably where he is a bottom table starter.
Yeah, but look at where Rovella is right now. Right?
Yeah, he moved into a mid-table substitute, sometimes starter. Yeah, he slightly moved up. He hasn't really changed.
Yeah, so we have to take that into account, right? You can say, no Europe or this, but we have no bench. We don't. It's the honest truth. There is no bench. So we're overperforming. We are. There is your first 11 have the talent to go all the way. But after that, and this is where your bench gets tested at this point of the season. Can your bench get you? Because it's your bench that wins you the title.
This is when you see.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is when you see teams like the Atalanta that never have that depth fall off. Lazio. This is when you see Bologna, Lazio, Fiorentina. Look, how many draws were there this weekend? Milan again.
Yeah, look the fixture list for this week in Serie A. I mean, Lazio and Napoli, goalless draw. Milan absolutely fumble it to Bologna. Guys.
Everyone, Inter were the only top team to
win.
Just barely when they'll come away. It's that time of the season.
It is. These are, and I said there's trap games. Hellas Verona tied with Frosinone. Monza scrape a 1-0 win against Sassuolo. Genoa scrape a 2-1 win against Lecce. I'm pretty sure Salernitana and Roma are going to go down to the wire too tomorrow. It's a fact. It's given. It's given.
Yeah.
This happens. Remember, Juve and Inter are both above the expected point total than where they're supposed to be.
This is like that year where we won with 91 points and Napoli got 90. Like it was just
94 to 91. Like that.
94. Sorry, yeah. Like both ridiculous for both teams to have gotten to that point, right? And that's our trajectory right now.
Yeah. And Inter right now is at 17 wins in 21 games. So you mean to tell me they're going to win another 17 straight, as people are making it out to be?
And they may.
17 straight wins?
It's possible.
They may. But is it probable?
Probably not.
No,
not with the month that's coming up ahead.
It's
something's gonna give.
Because if they were to win another 17 and go at 34 wins total, and that's just me giving you the wins, right? So if we do 34 times 3, they'd hit 102, and that's not including the draws. They have 3 draws, so they'd get 105 points.
That's
asinine.
Obviously, record. But what is the record? Is it 102, 103?
It is 102.
Yeah, 102. Okay, just off my dome, couldn't remember exactly. So yeah, they would be breaking records essentially.
Yeah. They would have to do essentially, and even Napoli last season, right? Napoli was, they might break the record. They didn't. So, look, you keep the pressure on them, you hang on them, and then you wait for the opportunity to strike. But they got into a title race with Milan. What happened? They fumbled at the last day of the season. So, guys, it's okay. Relax. Take a walk. Because this Empoli game was not a catastrophe. Tactically, we were fine. It's just you missed your transitional piece in Milik, or you're missing that man that moves the player. Essentially,
we shot ourselves in the dick. That's all we did.
It's really
we bled out. We bled out. We somehow punched back, but couldn't stop the bleeding completely.
Yeah, and look, out of that, McKennie, amazing player again.
And if he didn't take that knock, like you can tell he was a little bit labored. And he was still one of the most dynamic guys on the field.
Still killing it. And then, like, for example, Locatelli, quiet but awesome. I still think they need an answer for Moretti and Kostic on that left side.
Yes, that's the biggest thing for sure. Even Sandro had a decent match. He was not an issue. I know people will try to find issues. Is he perfect? No, but he didn't do anything wrong. He was serviceable. He did his job. That was supposed to be the rotational game.
Yeah.
That's why Milik started. We screwed up. We dealt with it. We lost a couple points, which sucks.
It sucks, but it is what it is. That you mitigate losses at that point, right? And even the goal that they scored, it was just unfortunately, those goals happen. They do. I mean, it's a deflection. Like, for example, how many times, like, for example, the Milan fans, when that happened to them, when we did that to them, I'm pretty sure they're just sitting there like, fuck this.
Oh, we've done that to so many teams.
We've done that. We've been on the giving end. This is one of the few times we've been on the receiving end of one of those. It's okay. The only thing I could criticize maybe Allegri on is just maybe he should have moved faster with the substitutions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He definitely waited way too long on some of those. Yildiz would have loved to see wait earlier. I don't know what was going on. Was part of the rotation thing? Did he had was it one of those games where he had prescribed minutes?
Possibly. I think he could have.
There was something there. I can't quite say for sure.
Because the one thing that I'm thinking, and people might hate me for this, but you sub out Sandro, you switch it to a back four, and then you throw in Yildiz, so you would be running effectively like a 4-4-1 or something, or 4-4 or a 4-3-1-1, something like that. Because you would, in my opinion, you would effectively take out Moretti, and then you would throw in Weah, and you would take out Sandro, and then you would have Kostic and people. No. I'm not thinking. I'm thinking. Shoot, I can't think right now. I'm sorry. You take out Kostic, you put in Weah, and then you would take out Sandro and you would put in Yildiz. And what you would do is you would effectively pull Cambiaso and Weah into the fullback position role. Your main two would be Gatti and Bremer, and then you would have Yildiz essentially facilitate with Locatelli and McKennie. I think that's what you would do essentially at that position.
So, and this brings up an interesting point, right? You could have changed formation. You could have made the changes. This goes back to the point how he did hold fast.
Yeah.
Because it went from a 3-5-2 to a 3-5-1. The least impactful player took himself out of the match. And I think he preferred that stability. Because especially with Moretti, a couple of the younger guys, they're not as experienced in transitioning complete formations, going down a man, and just changing things up. That for Allegri, he just felt like it was more solid to keep what he had, what was known. Like that, it's the devil in this situation, right? And he played it safe. It almost did work out. We did go one up. It wasn't the worst decision. It just those goals happen, like you said. It almost if that goal didn't take that little deflection, those little moments in that game, we could have won 1-0, and this would have all been a different discussion completely.
I mean,
one of those games.
Can you blame them? Like, for example, let's be honest here, guys. You're up at home 1-0 and you're down a man. Could you blame Allegri for saying, okay, cool, let's hunker this down and
No, it almost worked. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It almost worked.
It almost did.
And when you're down a man and you almost pull it off and you still come back with a point, especially when you're down a man for 75 minutes, at the end of the day, you have to take your point and move ahead. It sucks. We said so many times, it sucks. Take your point. Let's go. Inter's next.
Yeah. You just move on to the next one. There is another 16 matches to go, I think, because we're at 21, 38 total. I think we got, 16? Technically 16 because they're at 22. We still got time.
Tons of time. Bring it down to the wire. It'll be fun. It's going to be an exciting season. Serie A hasn't had one of these in quite a while. The two top teams in the league just biting at each other's heels. This is going to be exciting. This is going to go down to the wire. This is what you want a league to have. This is one of the criticisms North American type sports followers complain about the European style here, where you can have a winner before the season's done. There's no playoff. There's no jeopardy necessarily at the end of the season at that last game. And we might finally get it.
Yeah.
After how many years? We might finally get this.
I've said it all season. I've said it on the highs. I'm going to say it here as well. Relax. Temper your expectations. Right? Just keep it simple. Don't. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. Relax.
So this was the self-help episode of the Turn Giants.
Yeah.
Breathing exercises,
I'm gonna give
calming
you some
down.
ASMR or whatever.
I bet you, whichever couple female followers we do have, like Ellie, for instance, they're probably just hating it because we just keep on telling them to calm down, and females do not like to be told to calm down. So this might be the worst episode for a female viewer. Because we're just like,
I think at this point it's Juventino, or like you just tell Juventino to calm down. I would not calm down. Look, if you don't look, and this is the honest thing. If you don't like our approach, that's fine. It is what it is, right? But it is. This is how we go into stuff.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. If you're just angry and you want to yell, just get after it. Dash has some visitors. You know what? This was a short one anyways. There's no news. The game was what it was, unfortunately. And on that note, we are cutting this one short because it is time to get ready. The week ahead, Derby d'Italia, it's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. But first, we're going to take a couple days off because we're allowed to take a couple days off. Why not? Dash especially. He works his ass off. I don't know. He should probably not even be alive at this point.
Yeah, don't say I don't love you guys. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
He does. He absolutely does love you guys. But that means Wednesday. I'm not going to change that up. That's the Tinfoil Hat Show.
That is the Tinfoil Hat Show. So
my new, I had to make the dog ate the other one, so I just wrapped the other hat. I just wrapped it. It's not the best, but it's something. I got a tinfoil hat. It's ready.
I need to do that. I feel like I've been slacking on that regard.
Yeah, you have. So, yep, you slacked. That's cool. I got you covered. I got the glasses. I got the tinfoil hat. Apparently, that pisses somebody off. Some people don't have senses of humor. No. I'm assuming you're not listening to us anymore. But
yeah,
I mean, if you are, well, like he must hate himself if he's just going to listen to us.
I guess so. Either that, or he just loves the sound of her voice. Just there's some folks there that just have like absolutely like big anger issues, and they're like, I just want to hear those two to piss me off. Oh my gosh, yes. And it's
cracks open a bottle of whiskey and just starts raging.
Talk your annoying voice, David Dash.
Oh man, we're probably somebody's train wreck.
Probably.
Oh man,
because there's people that Dave and I don't like listening to, but we just don't listen to them. like we actually take the proper steps to it. We say, yeah, we're not listening. We're just gonna go this way, like most sensible adults do. Like, I hate this, so I'm going to take myself out of this situation instead of leaving myself in this situation and bitching about it.
Yeah, it's like I love Sam Adamo and I love his podcast. Listen to it every week. But if he's gonna have Nima on it, which he does occasionally, I'm not gonna listen to that week.
Yeah,
because fuck that guy. Don't have to do it.
Oh man, the wrath of Dave.
Oh man, Dash.
Sign her off.
Yeah, sign this bitch off.
Signing this bitch off. Alrighty. Do we have the tunes?
No, I put that in post. It's a recorded one.
Right.
Tunes. Come on.
I'm so used to it being live. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of The Day After. It is a slower one as I'm wagging my finger around here. Obviously, do remember to do like and subscribe. And obviously, we're going to see you Wednesday for the Tinfoil Hat Show. Join Discord because we do a lot of fun stuff there, such as watch the Royal Rumble. We are planning to watch the Elimination Chamber. So if any other wrestling fans, hop in the Discord. As well as for the Wednesday Tinfoil Hat Show, the more stuff you send us in the Wednesday show thread, the more chances your article will get reacted to live on stream. Dave and I don't read it going into the show. We read it during the show to get a live reaction because that's the whole point of the Tinfoil Hat Show. Let us cook in real time. And then we shall pregame the game against the Merd. And then we will do the watch along of the game of the Merd.
Well, since the game is Sunday, that means the Saturday night call-in will also have a segment of a pregame.
That's true.
So that's how that's going to work, Saturday night. So Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Those are going to be days you mark on your calendar.
Oh, man. I gotta get this hype train rolling. Okay, Wednesday we're getting hyped. Yeah, we're getting hyped on Wednesday. But Sunday night right now. No, not right now. Put the train away. It's Sunday night. We're gonna rest up for the week ahead. Bastard kept me up till midnight last night. Now I gotta catch up and sleep.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. We will see you on Wednesday then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And if you stay to the end, there might be another cool video that it will tell you to watch. And you probably should. So, Dash, see you in a couple days. He just giggles to himself.
See ya.
Maybe I'll just cut that out.